The same day, 4:30 p.m. Just as Mr. Grimwood had predicted, the discourse became more turbulent in the second half of the conference. Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith continued to raise question after biting question, each one aimed at Crossbill's security and future. As the conversations wore on, the looks on Mayor Croy's and Speaker McDowell's faces became even more sullen and stern. The heart of the problem is that one lone cult was able to cause so much public disorder, in a single night no less. Moreover, half of Crossbill State's guard fell under their control, quite literally at that. Such a failure of security is unprecedented. Be that as it may, I was under the impression that we already covered this in full detail. The details are not what is in question. It is the quality of the state's crisis management that so concerns us. You cannot deny the extent of which that incident endangered the lives and property of imperial citizens in our borders. What do you have to say to that? Now, hold on just a moment, Chancellor. Reparations and redresses in the wake of a cult incident have already been administered. Demanding further mirror on top of that will only serve to cast Erebonia in a most unfavorable light. Monetary compensation is not the issue either, Your Highness. The Crossbill State government has still yet to answer how it can comprehensively guarantee its security. There's a need to protect the lives, property, and economic interests of all those in and tied to Crossbill. Can such protection truly be assured from a state constantly mired in political gridlock? A state so susceptible to top-down corruption? Pardon me, but I'd heard former Speaker Harton was immediately removed from office upon his corruption coming to light. Crossbill's political system has proven perfectly capable of self-correction. Would a new security framework not suffice? I must disagree, Your Lordship. Surely you don't believe it would be that easy. Crossbill's political foundation is prone to corruption by nature. I of course acknowledge that Mayor Croyce and Speaker McDowell have been nothing less than outstanding statesmen. But what will happen to Crossbill when they're gone? How quickly would things regress without their leadership? I apologize for my cynicism here, but corruption in government have long been inalienable. This is true not only for Crossbill, but my own kingdom as well. Taking that into consideration, would it not be best for us to observe whether the Speaker and Mayor can bring about political reform during their terms? Pardon me for saying so, Your Highness, but I believe it is rather naive of you. I understand why you'd be hopeful. However, the state of Crossbill cannot be so easily compared to a monarchy such as Libel. Undermining the political system of a land that has no central or traditional authority is a simple feat. History has proven that time and again. That may be true, but... If I may, my native Calvert is founded upon our honorable republic charter in lieu of a monarchy. It was an impressive undertaking by various powers and groups that gathered after a revolution 100 years ago. With a charter in place, our country knows our system can survive with dignity, even if it, too, may at times be stricken with corruption. So you say, but it is not as though our autonomous state law isn't without its own pride and honor. I'll concede that in our state's young history, imperfections in its design have come to light. But so too, it is indisputable that we have been improving upon it, slowly but surely. Mr. Grimwood, may I ask how many additional laws and amendments have been passed by Crossbill's government in the last 10 years? But of course, while I don't have the exact figure in front of me, I would estimate 50 in total. Only 50 in 10 years! How can that be? That's an average of just 5 a year. Perhaps, though the rate has been trending upward in recent times. There were 12 laws passed last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, though admittedly many of those were merely addendums to existing financial and orbital network provisions. Regardless, I think it's clear that we cannot assume a meaningful new security framework would be so promptly implemented. As I suspected, it would be wiser to seek alternative solutions in the interim. I agree wholeheartedly. My, I hadn't realized the two of you had become such close bedfellows. Perhaps you'd care to settle the territorial dispute over the Northern Highlands as well while you're at it? A point well taken, Your Highness. We'll have to leave discussing that matter for another day. Time is going short, gentlemen. I'd advise we move on to another point of discussion. Very well. Then, as proposed by His Excellency, let us now review. This is bad. It's exactly what Mr. Grimwood warned us would happen. The Blood and Chancellor and President Rocksmith are going knives out on crossbow as we speak. Is there nothing the Mayor and Speaker can say in objection? Unfortunately, it is as stated, cross-balance law has more than a few structural flaws. That's what makes it so difficult for my grandfather and Uncle Dieter to deny what we're saying. Maybe, but the major powers themselves were the ones who built those flaws into crossbow during its founding 70 years ago. They have no right to use that against us to force their own agenda. They scripted things to go down like this from the very beginning. As I've told you before, the discourse of the conference itself has nothing to do with us. Keep your heads on straight and see to it that we make it through the rest of the day. Right, sorry about that. Should we begin another patrol in that case? First Division, Mrs. Dudley. Emma? Has something... What? What's going on? It must have been an incident. The Red Constellation and Harry are both on the move. They've already shaken off our surveillance. No way. Are you serious? Settle down, there's nothing we weren't prepared for. Say LoH, I'll keep you posted if there are any further developments. Understood. Yes, that's right. Should begin by mobilizing our officers in reserve. Damn. So this is really gonna go down, huh? What the hell are they planning? Randy? Try to keep your cool, Randy. You know the Red Constellation wouldn't try to pull something here at the conference. Right, the brunt of the police force is protecting the entrance of a building. You don't suppose they're about to pick a fight with each other now, of all times, do you? Everything we managed to figure out so far says that's unlikely. I beg your pardon? What's going on down there? Grandfather? Your Excellency, might I ask you to repeat yourself? I'm praying with every fiber of my being that I simply misheard you. I gladly say it as many times as you require. Disband the Crossbill Guardian Force. Then in its place, station security forces from abroad permanently within the state. That's the most logical course of action. Please wait a moment. Surely you aren't forgetting the terms of a non-aggression pact, Chancellor Osborne? Perish the thought. We agreed not to use force to solve disputes in or over Crossbill. This, however, is not an attempt at invasion. I merely state the obvious. A useless pseudo-military that loses control and threatens his own people's lives is better off dissolved. In practice, the Crossbell Guardian Force is inconsequential when placed before the Imperial or even Republican armies. The CGF's armored cars may as well be made of paper compared to a true tank. To say nothing of a drain on Crossbell and Mirror they cost to maintain. Leave matter of state security to foreign military forces. That is the best and most cost-efficient solution for a mere autonomous territory. I would consider that far too radical an option. And just how would you propose these foreign military forces be designated? Do you, the Chancellor of Erebonian, plan on nominating the Imperial Army? That would be rather tone-deaf, historically speaking. I don't recall saying anything of that sort. But now that you bring it up, I am willing to forgive Crossbell's past transgressions and offer the Imperial Army's aid if necessary. It's a small price to pay for the sake of peace in Western Zemuria, wouldn't you say? Settle down, everyone. There's no reason to get so worked up. I agree the Chancellor's proposal is a bit, shall we say, drastic? I do, however, share his opinion that the CGF leaves much to be desired. It is wholly inadequate when it comes to state security. Oh, and what would you propose then? This is only a suggestion, but I would advise a mass reduction of the Guardian Force's numbers to start. In exchange, Calva can assume responsibility for Tamriel Gate, while Erebonian does the same for Belgard Gate. That way, either army would be able to respond to emergencies statewide, whether they occur here in Crossbell City or otherwise. This is a terrible idea considering the constant issues between Erebonia and Calvert. If both react and suddenly they start a firefight with each other, that could mean a war. It is a terrible idea all around. That's hardly an improvement, Mr. President. Even so, it's worth consideration. You're an impressive man, President Rocksmith. You managed to be an excellent statesman and leader, all while fending off staunch political opposition. Not compared to you, Chancellor. You're reforming an entire empire by suppressing the influence of disgruntled nobles. This can't be happening. I've heard enough. Might I remind you that there are more than 2 countries participating in this conference? Oh, pardon me, Your Highness. The President and I may have gotten a little sidetracked, now that our discussion has progressed thus far. Would you two mind giving us your opinions on the idea? This is terrible. Absurd is more like it. Take some serious balls to spout any of that with a straight face. I hate to say it, but it's not as though their proposals don't have any basis. Still, I was hoping things wouldn't come to this. At this point, all we can do is hope the Speaker and Mayor can stand their ground. Now of all times? It could be Dudley. Banning's here? Hey, it's Sergey. Chief Sergey, what's going on? No time, I'll keep it short. Sonia just called me. The anti-aircraft radars installed near Tango and Belgard Gate were destroyed. The same ones being used to detect any potential invading ships in Crossbell airspace. What? She suspects it was the work of the terrorists. I've already filled Dudley in. As for you guys, be careful and get ready. Roger that. What's wrong? Is it my uncle and the others? No, not them. It was... Please, everyone. May I have your attention? Regarding your concerns over Crossbell's domestic security, I would like to offer my own suggestion. I thought you'd been staying a little too quiet. Let's see it. What do you propose? Thank you. I was thinking... Everyone, get down! What? Airships? Dios preserve us. Is it the terrorists? How did they even get here? Be at ease, everyone. These windows are bulletproof tempered glass. But to be safe, I must urge that you all back away from the windows. Your Highness, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. Those airships just now. One of them was a high-speed Reinforced model. Yes, I'm sure of it. The other was a Warren Company military gunship. Right. Mr. Lyons will report we received from that one had been stolen. Is everyone alright? Yes, thank the goddess. But where did those fiends go? Good. You should be able to hear me now. Attention, conference attendees. Allow me to introduce ourselves. We are the Imperial Liberation Front. And we represent the anti-immigration faction seeking to protect the traditions and sanctity of our beloved... I don't believe it. The two terrorist groups menacing the Empire and Republic? Our causes have seen fit to form an alliance, such that we may topple the respective blights that plague us. Prepare yourself, Blood and Iron Chancellor Gilead Osborne. President Rocksmith, today you meet your end. To protect the time-worn heritage of our Calvert from the despicables of the East, we will stop at nothing. This is preposterous. Utter drivel. Yeah, but this ain't looking too good. Here they come. They headed straight for us? Damn it. So this is what those blueprints were for. But never mind that. Contact the CGF unit on standby and have them... What? What the... What is just close? What in the world is going on here? Not God, the button isn't responding! What an idea's name is going on? Hey, I was supposed to chase a headline like this, huh? Do something, Reigns! What do you expect me to do? This is far from ideal. Orcus Tower security system must be under their control. This is likely work of a hacker from yesterday. Let's move, everyone. Head to the 35th floor. We have to protect the dignitaries. Roger that. Chances are the elevators are out. We're gonna have to head for the emergency stairs. This is a real situation we have on our hands. Me and the other station on this floor are going to have to protect it with our lives. Everybody is in this together. We won't let them break us. Terrorists breaching the conference venue. It's unthinkable is what it is. This can't be happening. I refuse to believe it. I feel like I'm living in a bad dream. What's going to happen to all of us now? This is normally when I'd be cleaning the rooms, but it doesn't exactly feel appropriate right now. Just thinking about what could end up happening to us had me trembling. Blasted all, those terrorists have taken things too far. If the CGF had been able to act, things wouldn't have gotten so out of hand. Thought so. All three are locked down. Unless we retake control of a building, we won't be able to use the elevators. So even when we manage to bust through the shutters, the actual thing still wouldn't work. Forget it, let's find the emergency stairs. All of the staff in the West Wing have been relocated to this room until further notice. Puts me on edge having to stand by until orders come in from HQ, but we need to keep our heads up and push through. Looks like both the elevator and the stairs are blocked off right now. To figure out what to do with our numbers divided like this and fast. We are all waiting on the sidelines so that we don't get in your way. That seems like the only rational thing to do at a time like this. We staff members are doing all we can to remain calm. For our sake and everyone else's. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. What? But it was open just a moment ago. Tio, can you work your magic? I do what I can. Tio connected an orbital cable to the shutter's control panel. This is trickier than I expected, but it's nothing I can't handle. It opened! The dot comes in clutch yet again. Hardly. The security lock on this gate wasn't particularly complex. Well, now that it's been breached, the security on your other exits will likely be heightened. I may not be able to do this for all of them. Sounds like the security system has more than a few aces up its sleeve. Worry about that later. We got to move. So we can't just get the CGF in here now. Bulletproof couch! No! Smoke out the Chancellor! You have to get through me first. The divine blade of wind. Hold your ground, attack in waves! We're here to help. You're free fall back. We're in your debt. Müller-Vander. A guardian of the Yana family, huh? And the Liberalian Royal Guard. Doesn't matter, take them down! And Dudley stays there. Look at that! Show-offs. I think we can leave that group to them. Oh, hey guys. Lecter? Are the dignitaries alright? Yeah, for now anyway. Save the talking for later. They're coming from behind too. What? Reinforcements! Something's coming this way. Archaisms. What are those? They're just like the ones we fought at the Mafia hideout. Never mind, let's suppress them. Try Attacker S2. One of 3 upgraded patrol archaisms. Buffs and debuffs combatants with specialty missiles.
Yosh.
Ow.
行きます。分析を詳細データゲット
Try attacker R2. One of 3 upgraded patrol mechanisms fights and suppresses foes using flexible arms.
俺の番だな。行くぞ。
行きます。やあ、私の番です。分析を詳細データ
Cleans up suppressed foes using compact machine guns. Try attacker C2.
任せてくれ。エニグマ。
行きます。
クゾか。
皆さん、お疲れ様でした。
こんなものま
So
で。
they have archisms too.
多分
They likely came in from the roof.
タワー内に放ったのだと思います。
しかし、
Aren't those things made by the society though?
作ったもんじゃねえのか。
The terrorists could have acquired them from a black market, or perhaps...
どうでもいい
What's the
な。
matter? Look over there. The archisms weren't the only ones stopped in their tracks. You're all monsters.
仕方ない。
There's no other choice.
最終プランに
Engage Plan B.
スタングレネード。
下がれ。
Get back. A flashbang.
このシャッ
It's
ター
closed.
どうやら簡単
Getting
に
through by force would be a tall order.
皆さん。
Everyone,
お前たち
I was wondering where you were.
どうやら
Nice job pushing them back with their tails between their legs.
ああ
Maybe,
しかし
but they're going to escape at this
逃げられ
rate.
てしまうだろう。ティ
Can you get it open,
ア、やれ
Tio?
るか。
自信は
I don't know for sure, but I can try. It's like I feared. The security level has been increased to maximum protection. I'm unable to bypass it on a portable terminal, even if I use the Aeon system.
そうか。
Not good.
私だ。
Talk to me.
ああ
Yes, we managed to hold out. Unfortunately,
なん
they...
とかこちらはしのいだばかりだが。何
What?
連
They're
中
taking the
が
elevator to the
力が
basement.
降下している
Right this second? To the basement?
屋上にあ
They
る
didn't
飛行艇
go
で
back up to
逃げ
their
るそう
airships
じゃ
on the roof?
うん
Stop and think about why they
考えられる
wouldn't.
としたら
They could be trying to detonate orbital bombs they placed on board those ships. What?
そうか。
You might be right. If that's the
確
case,
かにそれならば。このビルご
then
と
they're aiming to
最
bury
初
the
たちを
Chancellor
葬
and
りさ
President
れ
with
る
the
というわ
building
けか。
itself.
確かにテロリストたちなら
It's
そ
no
こまでや
surprise
りかねない
terrorists
わ
would go
ね
to such lengths.
愚かな
Fools.
さすがにピンチだ
Well, this is a pickle. There's no way around it. We have to get through this shutter,
このシャッターを
even if it's by brute force. Wait.
いえどうや
We
ら
may not have to resort to that after all.
何
What?
へえ
Well, well, look who it is. You the spitwad who trashed my place. I get you for that. You over there, you crossed Jonah's sacred. Feisty, aren't you?
そこまでです。おとなしくタワーの制御を解放してもらいま
Release
しょ
your
うか。
controls to the tower at once. Oh boy, I guess you've got me cornered.
ま
Fine,
あ
fine. This was just a little time killer anyway. Fun.
楽しめたから満足かな。それじゃ
Good luck, boys
せい
and
ぜい
girls.
死なないように
Do your
頑張って
best not to
ね
bite the big one. What the?
そちらは
Ignore and focus on getting the tower back under control.
ヨナ。
Yona? Did he
戻
come
ってき
back
てくれたの
too?
か。
So it would seem.
どう
He
や
must
ら
have taken
タワー
today's
に
flight from
戻
Le
ってきた
Mans.
みたいですね。やりました。
Done. Now restoring
タワ
tower
ーの制
control
御を解放
systems.
します。
You did it!
エレベーターは使えるか
Can we use the elevators too?
ええ
Yes, I
よくわか
disengaged the
りま
locks.
した。テロリ
Oh
ス
well,
トたちの
we have no
使用中
control
に
over the one the terrorists are using. In that case, I'll head to the roof. If anyone is to disarm the orbital bombs on board the ships, it'll have to be me. You can do that, Kilika? But of course, it's a skill any counterintelligence officer worth their weight would have. Isn't that right, Secretary Arundel? What do you say we split the work? Sure, might as well. Then allow me to accompany you there. There's a chance I may have left Archers behind to protect the bombs. The rest of you should pursue the terrorists. You may still be able to catch them. Understood. Bennings, your group is coming with us. There are 2 cells of terrorists we're dealing with. We likely need to split up. Roger that. Aye, sir. Yes, right. Understood. We can make do with what we know. Good work, Yona. I will speak to you again later. What did Yona have to say? He analyzed the terrorist escape route. They fled to the geofront via Orcus Tower's foundation level. By foundation you mean the basement of a tower, right? It must lead to who knows how many sectors of a geofront. That won't stop us from capturing those fanatics. I refuse to let them get away and sully the name of across the police department any further. My sentiments exactly. I attended this international conference as a representative of the guild, and now they've assailed it, right before my eyes. As a bracer, I cannot let this stand. We're going to capture them, there's no doubt in my mind. Though I'd probably be less nervous if it weren't for those bombs ticking away on the roof. I'm sure Kilika and Lecter would be able to handle it. After all, they have Senior Captain Schwartz and Major Van there to back them up. Seriously? That's a real all-star bomb squad we got there. We on the other hand are going to a heck of a way down, aren't we? Yes, from floor 35 to floor B8. Well, you know, the SSS is taking on Crossbirds' underbelly for real now.